Hey everyone, this is Austin-Sensei, and I didn't know when I was going to get this video done, so if it comes out earlier than expected, surprise! But, so this is going to be an analysis, and this is going to kind of use some of the background I actually do know about the Shield Hero anime, because I read the manga, and I'm going to do my best to kind of, like, give you something, but not spoil it entirely, because, you know, I want some people to experience certain things, and if I'm going to say something that's a big spoiler, I'm going to say, hey, spoilers, give you 5 seconds so you know you can click away quickly, and give it like 30 seconds, and you can come back if you don't want to have that spoiled to you, because I know some people get a little upset with that, but I completely understand it. But nonetheless, I'm going to introduce the new characters, then talk about kind of where we're going to see them, and certain ones I'm going to talk about when we get to certain scenes. And the opening song was I like it, and the opening itself is actually backwards to how it's the order of the entire anime is going to go. But nonetheless, let's get to, the new characters, and here's a speedy Raphtalia for you guys, but I felt the need. So, the Florian Queen, and I'm going to just say she's one of my favorites because she's so cool, and a lot of the new characters we're going to see are kind of my favorites because, I don't know, I just really like overpowered characters, but we're going to see a huge contrast to, like, what Nafumi's been seeing this entire time. And the Florian Queen, she wants to kind of the heroes to work together, and I'm not going to, spoil her background because I think that's something you guys should see, but, she actually said straight out that she's going to kill all the heroes if they don't work together, and I think that's kind of why I do like her. She's like to the point, and we're gonna have a battle, and she's gonna test Nafumi. And Nafumi, without spoiling much here, he has to be careful using that shield. She's gonna give him a warning about that. So that's kind of her key character. She kind of is the wise sage, to say the least, in telling Nafumi don't do that. Please don't. But that's all I can give you without spoiling too much. But nonetheless, we have the nice guy that we're going to run into, and he kind of runs a town of demi-humans, and as the name says, he actually is a nice guy. I don't think we really do ever hear his real name, or Nafumi just keeps calling him nice guy, and he's going to get in trouble later on, but without spoiling much, yeah. So now we have Risha, and she's actually one of my favorite characters, and I really hope they don't cut her being in a Florian costume. Yes, she's in a big bird costume, and I love her. She's quite adorable, and a little background on her that I feel I can tell you because it's not much of a big surprise. She actually used to be a part of the bow users group, and she kind of got kicked out because she's useless to the bow user. And Nafumi kind of picks her up and kind of brings her up to believing in herself. And the bow user, you're not going to like him at all. And I think his name is Itsuki, if I'm not mistaken, but to be honest, I'm not even sure her name is Risha. It's been quite a bit, but you're gonna love her if you like cute things. Well, most people do. But nonetheless, time to get on to one of my favorites. Keel. Yes, guys, for the love of God, please don't spoil stuff. I have to say this because some people just don't know that, hey, let the people, learn what's gonna happen. And we have Keel and Raphtalia's friend, and he is going to play quite an important role. And yes, I do know. So please do not spoil stuff. I cannot specify or stress enough. Don't spoil that part because that's not going to ever be in the anime, or it's not going to be in it for a while. So please. But nonetheless, these two, well, one's going to be recorded, live, and you're going to see them, him kind of progress further. But without spoiling too much there, that I kind of want to give you a little bit piece by piece. But of course, we're gonna see the good old, original person that kind of took in, Raphtalia and her friends, and he just is an awful person. And I'm pretty sure, well, then again, not the outrage culture is not watching this anymore, so who knows? I think they should watch this part because this is Raphtalia's arc, and I love it to death, and it's just amazing how the writer put it in. Going to one of my favorite characters, Arc. I jumped up and down. I'm not gonna I'm not lying with you guys here. He is one of my favorites, and that's kind of why I was so hyped, because he's so hilarious, and he's another world hero, to say the least. And he actually tries to fight Nafumi, and he doesn't do too well with Glass's help. And Nifumi is so much stronger, and it's gonna be quite amazing to see, him and Nifumi kind of be like best buddies, and I think he's best bro. I'm gonna be honest, stuff from the future, but yeah, he's best bro, and I know some people may say differently, but of course we have, this is the one I know I'm gonna butcher her name, Therese Alexandrite, and she's L'Arc's companion, and Nafumi's gonna make her an actual accessory for her magic, and he's gonna do an amazing job, and she's actually pretty cool. I like her, but that's another one to watch. But nonetheless, we have so many amazing characters in this that are going to be showing up, and sometimes it's going to be hard to kind of realize what's going on. And this stuff I know I'm going to get a question about. This is kind of expressing how the darkness of Raphtalia's backstory is going to be. And as I said before in my previous review, this second core is going to be very heartbreaking, and it's because it's her background. And I think a lot of people, I want to give some people a warning because, I'll get blamed for something as usual, but spoilers here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to kind of see Raphtalia, in a sense, fight her past demons and kind of redeem herself and get back, atone for because she feels guilty that she escaped or got taken away to another place while her friends were stuck there. And it's kind of understandable, but nonetheless, going back, no spoilers here, I can't stress enough, Nifumi is the one that freed Raphtalia, and it's just, their relationship, I think, is one of the most beautiful relationships in a while. It kind of reminds me of Zero Two and Hero. They need each other to function, and it's just, Nifumi doesn't see it right away, but he does see it at the end. Without spoiling much, if you could take that as you will, but it's just, I love the relationship, I really do, and it just makes me feel warm, I guess. But here I want to talk about is the spoilers here. This one's going to be quite a while, so just zoom through it. But yeah, this is going to be the Three Hero Church versus Nifumi, and this is kind of going to be before we meet L'Arc and Risha. I think even Theresa or Alexandra, I'm going to call her, but this is going to be quite a cool battle, and we're going to see the Shield of Wrath in this. And another shield I'm pretty sure we'll see later on is the Meteorite Shield. I hope they do it because I love that shield. But nonetheless, this is going to kind of be the turning point for the entire series. The rise in the Shield Hero. And I know a lot of people are going to ask, is Malta going to get hers? Yes, don't worry. She will get hers. This is going to be right after it, and we're going to meet the Queen fully. Well, Nafumi's going to meet the Queen finally, and it just, I just wanted to ask, what the heck is Melty doing? She's doing her best. She's the new Aqua, confirmed. But nonetheless, as I said before, Nafumi's going to finally meet the Queen, and I'm going to be honest. The Queen's quite yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say the relationship between, Nifumi and her are going to be excellent, and she's going to give Nifumi the benefit of the doubt, and she's going to realize that Nafumi's the only hero that's really doing anything, that he needs to he's going to become Papa Shield Hero, nonetheless, and it's going to be quite freaking hilarious. I can't lie, but so this is where this is the new, I think this is going to be the end of the season, which is the island arc where they're going to go to train, like Queen wants them to, and the Dragon Hourglass is actually underwater, so they kind of really can't tell per se if they wanted to, but of course the heroes have the timer, but nonetheless, yeah, I kind of counteract my own argument, but nonetheless, the island, and this is actually where we're going to meet L'Arc and Alexandra, or Theresa, whatever, however you say her name. I know I'm never going to pronounce it correctly, but yeah, and we're going to obviously have Risha already in there, and I really can't wait for this arc because we get to see a drunk Raphtalia. What else do you want? And it's just, we're going to see good old Nafumi's real ability of being able to not be poisoned that easily. That's all I'm going to leave it at. I can't wait for that, and it's just, I love the next couple arcs. It's just, it's amazing. The second core is just going to be spectacular, and I really can't wait. I know a lot of people are probably going to do something like this, but most of them I usually watch don't usually read ahead, and it just annoys the heck out of me. So that's kind of why I do these videos the way I do it. But this is kind of a spoiler, obviously, thing. But nonetheless, this second core is going to be action-packed, and the animation is just so amazing. But nonetheless, guys, are you hyped? Are you ready for some of the new characters? I know I am, and I honestly really cannot wait. Especially with the island arc, I think that's kind of the highlight for me, because I just when I read that thing in the manga, I loved it. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna end right on a cliffhanger for the next season, which I'm pretty sure this is gonna get another season. Just the simple fact it's actually popular. Then again, we have Konosuba, but nonetheless, do you think this is gonna get another season? I hope it does. But anyways, guys, I can't thank you enough for watching the entire video, and if you are new here, do consider subscribing and share this video so we can kind of get everyone informed and not have someone that's talking out of their what about something when they don't clearly read anything. I'm not calling anyone out, really, but yeah, guys, I'll catch you later. This has been Austin-Sensei, and I'll see you until the next time. Peace.